That's better. Welcome back to Cooking Conspiracy as we do another episode from the couch here. We're making a nice little Southwest chicken wrap for dinner, so trying to be a little bit healthier on the light side because I still got to run tonight. So let's start off by getting our ingredients prepped. We got an onion, red onion, white onion, doesn't really matter. I personally like red, so I'm going to get about a quarter of it. And I'm going to use that. Now I'm going to get a trash plate ready to go. Make sure I get this peel out of the way here. I don't want to deal with that. Let's set that off to the side. And see, we're just going to slice that. Not super thin or anything. I don't want it to burn. But I also want them to cook pretty quickly. And then, cut a little nub off so it separates. So, got my red onion. And, I'm just making enough onions to go in one wrap here, most likely. Alright. You don't have to cook these, but I'm just gonna soften them up a little bit. I'm gonna take about half a jalapeno, do the same thing, cut them rings in about the same thickness as your onion. That way they will cook at right about the same rate. Alright, let's plug the skillet in. Looking for medium heat just to get the vegetables started there. Hunk of butter. It's non-stick, so I don't really have to worry about preheating it. And then let's look at what other ingredients we got to work with here. So I got an avocado left over from last night. That should work nicely. I guess it could make it into like an avocado mash, but I think I'll just dice it and season it, give it a light smush. Who doesn't love a light smush now and then? So paring knife really would work better for this situation, but you gotta use what you got, and it'll be fine. Alright, it's a little bit oxidized, that's fine, it doesn't matter. It doesn't affect the flavor, the taste, anything like that. So I got my sliced red onion, sliced jalapeno, that's gonna go in on top of the butter there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give that a little bit of salt and just allow that to cook slowly over low medium heat for, I don't know, probably be about 5 minutes or so. Like really, you could cook this whole thing raw and it would be just fine, but who wants a cold wrap, But we'll just let that be. And I'll add my chicken to that later. But anyways, back to ingredient prep. So I'm going to take this avocado, get it out of here, out of its shell or peel. I don't know what you call that. I think it's peel, yeah. Taste test is still good. Give it a little bit of salt, garlic powder, chili powder, and I guess we can hit it with a wedge of lemon because I don't want to use up a lime. But just something to give it a little bit of acidity and make the avocado smush down real nicely. Lemon juice all over. Okay, cool. Stick fork and just literally gentle mash. I mean, you're not really trying to make a true avocado guacamole mix here. You're just seasoning some avocado. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question, and I think that's probably a problem for the next guy. Hashtag round couch. But you know, I'm sure there have been filthy things done on this couch before, so I'm not gonna worry about it. It'll probably smell good for the next person, I would imagine. It's not like I'm cooking seafood or anything. Alright. So, got my avocado mix, got some cherry tomatoes. So, let's just quarter 3 or 4 of those guys up. I mean, this knife is terrible, so I don't want to cut myself, so I'm going to be careful. Alright. Ingredients from North Korea. Alright. That sounds likely. How's the food in North Korea there, buddy? Alright. So tomato in the ingredient bowl. So that's good to go. Ah, man. So, vegetables are starting to soften up a little bit, get a little bit of color on them. And then I can always accelerate it by turning the heat up there. So I got my chicken breast here. I'm gonna go ahead and shave chicken breast. It's you know, pre-cooked, pre-used. You don't have to worry about it giving you salmonella or anything. So I'm going to throw that in there, fry that up, or warm it up. I mean, this is just for flavored. I'm doing good, Lucky. How are you doing today? Make sure that chicken gets some color on it. Keep the vegetables separate. There we go. And you can use canned chicken for this. You can use grilled chicken from the night before. Healthy is a relative term. I mean, but trying to, got this spinach wrap here, what is actually kind of bullshit, because if you look on the wrapper, it has more calories than a normal tortilla, but I don't know why I got it, but probably because it's green and I like the color green. But we'll see how it is. I mean, I'm sure it won't be terrible. Put it in there just to warm it up a little bit before I start working with it. The steam coming up from underneath will do that for about 30 seconds or so. And that'll just make it more pliable, easier to work with. Oh, yes, I like Lucky. And Shibudester, you know. It's only 5:30 here, so I'm not going to bed. Only weirdos go to bed at 5:30 p.m. Alright. That was probably about warm enough. Ooh, hot, hot, hot. Set that down there. Move your stuff around here. Okay, your vegetables are getting close. Your chicken's already cooked. Well, appreciate it. I am a little bit tired today, so I will go to bed early. Thank you for looking out for my health. So, I'm going to put a little bit of mayo down on here as, I guess, my sauce base. Call it a tablespoon or so. I mean, I don't need to put a whole ton down because remember you're going to put avocado in it as well. And then that will give it some creaminess here. So, got mayo. It's a spinach wrap. Kind of shawarma, yeah. Put some garlic powder on there. If I had cumin, I would put that on there too, but I don't. But that's okay. You're going to put some hot sauce on the mayo. It's all mixed together when you smush it, so cool. I'm going to put that avocado on there and that tomato on there. We're not making no anemic burritos today. I mean, this is going to be filling. Your couch wants you to... Man, you really want to take me to bed, Shabaster. But, you know... It's not, this isn't that type of program. So yeah, I mean, that shredded chicken, or that shaved chicken, that was just what I had, was the only reason I was using that. But it's, you know, gonna work out just fine. So I'm gonna take a big handful of cheese, cheddar, Colby Jack, whatever you got. I mean, the Mexican mix works real great. There we go. Now on top of that, I guess you can put some more vegetables on there, but you know, vegetables are overrated. Ooh, thank you for that, Lass. Welcome back. I love it when the crew does some work. Take your little, I guess you'd call them sauteed jalapenos, red onion. Scoop those out. Chicken out here. I mean, the shaved chicken will kind of end up with a consistency like shawarma. It's still really good. Huh, South Park Dad cooking again. Like Randy Marsh. Did I just get compared to Randy Marsh? Alright. Cool. Now get it all. You don't want it to burn and set off the hotel smoke detector, but don't ask me how I know about that. Eric Cartman, wow. I don't think I gave off those vibes. Now, a little bit more cheese to act as your glue to keep your tortilla, spinach wrap, whatever it is, closed. So, let's see if I can close that. Close it up. Get a good wrap on it. Oh man, this is not a great tortilla. There's going to be some spillage or seepage, but doesn't look like it's going to be too bad. Got a decent wrap job on it. I'm just going to put it down there. Give it a little bit of a smush. And you could rotate it and get it on all sides, but I'm just going to do top and bottom, just enough to get it to melt. You know, on medium heat probably. You know, minute aside or so, maybe roll it a couple times, and I'll make sure that the cheese melts through. It'll mix nicely with the flavors of the vegetables and the mayo and the hot sauce and the garlic and all that. And it should be reasonably healthy. But I don't know, what are y'all doing for dinner? Shipped to Wisconsin? Yeah, Wisconsin's cool. I mean, I think we can agree that both Wisconsin and Minnesota are far superior. Sorry, Wisconsin and Michigan are both far superior to Minnesota. You know, I don't think there's a whole lot of good in Minnesota. I'm from Michigan. Oh yeah, that's gonna come across. So I'm gonna make sure I get a little bit better grill on that side of it. You know what? Yeah, that'd be cool. British Broadcasting Company, yeah, they're all right. You know, what BBC were you talking about down the line? Uh, yeah, Ohio's not bad. I mean, you got Cedar Point. I mean, that's about all I got to say for Ohio. But, you know, Ohio's all right. Can't drive. I mean, everybody in Ohio can't drive. Air Force, not Army. The Lions aren't great, but yeah. I mean, they're not terrible. No, I'm not from Ohio. That's offensive. Okay. So, we'll make sure the outside is a little bit crispy. Now it keeps unfolding. I don't want it to unfold, so. Let's put a little bit of glue in there. Hold on. What is. No, I'm not. The local booty bandits. I'm interested in learning more about that. I don't know. What do you think he meant, Raven? You know, educate me. You know. Yeah, you know, you're assuming. Oh, whoa. Oh, wow. Oh, man, I had no idea. That's the first time I've ever heard that one before. Yeah, I don't know what a bat cock is. I don't know. Maybe the Booty Bandit gang has to defend themselves against me. Ever think about that? Yeah. I mean, if you gotta ask, it's not for you, you know. But, oh, England's cool. Let's cut this bad boy in half. Kind of missed the halfway point on it, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so that's what we got going on. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like we got Diddy, though. I mean, it sounds like they got him pretty down to rights there. Booty Bandit game. I'm gonna have to. Batman versus Diddy in the Booty Bandit game. This is gonna be an interesting one. I mean, I think Diddy is going to get some diddling. I think we can expect that, you know. But then again, we might get the Epstein treatment in jail and, you know, just Epstein himself. That would be cool. Now we're talking about Diddy loves the British Broadcasting Company. Are we still going with that? Yeah. Yeah. We're back to talking about the other BBC. That's nice. Either cargo planes, way to go. You know. Yeah, I mean, why would I? You know, maybe if you come back, you can make your own assessment of my politics. It ain't exactly like I'm not opinionated. Figure it out. You know, well, if Republicans and Democrats have to eat food, and why would I piss off half the audience? Whoa, well, yeah, I think Lucky's got a pretty good idea. Let's. All right, this is, is Frank talking about Diddy? What's. I'm just here for the comments at this point. But, I think I've heard worse pickup lines, Frank. I mean, pretty bold. Great introduction. I think you really should walk into the pub and just say that on a loudspeaker. Just stay away from my kids' daycare. Hmm. I mean, like I said, I'm just a dirty, sweaty mechanic. But cargo planes, they have a shit around them. You got PTSD from the Booty Bandit gang, Shabaster? Sounds like you do. Hmm. Close enough. Who else would I be talking to? So cargo suit. All right. I'll tell you one thing. I am not a communist. That hasn't worked out well for anybody. They're the scum of the earth. Isn't a Su-57 some Russian piece? POS? Burrito's pretty good. Everything's all melty, mushy together. A lot of green stuff in there, but came out well. I'll make it again because I gotta take a picture because I was reading the comments while you all went off. I don't know, because you're in Wisconsin. Thank you, Raven Wolf. I appreciate that. It is a very good burrito. That's what she said. And then we're back to talking about BBC, just like that. There we go. Okay, talk. That's what I'm talking about. Well, might even make another one because I'm still hungry. Except we're gonna do something a little bit different this time. All right, we're making progress. Well, that's a good question. I mean, now I'll ask a question to the crowd. Would you trust a restaurant next to a veterinarian's office? All right. Yeah, thank you. I like the living room. It is a hotel, but that's okay. But, I'm still hungry. We're going to get back to work here. Oh, what's this? Now, I didn't eat anything today, so give me a break. Howdy, Arthur. How are you? Now, are we talking about literal horse meat or horse meat? Are we talking like meatballs, like a sausage, like a steak? What type of horse meat do you like, Dev Herder? I got questions. So, I guess I should let this, come up to room temperature, but I'm going to rush it a little bit because it doesn't really matter because it's thin steak. Seasoned it earlier at lunchtime with salt, pepper, garlic powder. That's it. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm gonna put it on the grill. When it starts to bleed through, I'm gonna flip it. And when it bleeds through again, I'll flip it, pull it out, and it'll be about medium rare. Oh, appreciate it, mister. Oh, and I like you too, Arthur. That's nice. Alright. Then when I'm cooking a steak, especially like on a fry pan or whatever, I like to use a wind turbines with possum testicles. Delicious combo. Possum is spelled wrong, by the way, but you'd probably be better off skinning and put it in a pot if you're really trying to make a possum. But when I'm cooking a steak in a skillet or a fry pan, I like to use a little bit of the beef fat as your lubricant or your cooking fat. That's all ready to go. Now, I do got to be careful that I don't burn anything because I want to set off the smoke alarm. I mean, yeah, all right. I mean, my world would not be altered one way or another if she just disappeared in the Bermuda Triangle or whatever. Oh, wow. Yeah, upside down chair. Didn't see that one coming. Classic, oldie. Shouldn't take too long to cook here, though. I gotta decide if I want to just eat the steak as a steak or make another burrito. It's a tough call. But, hey, what if Diddy and Taylor Swift were like a down low power couple? I mean, what if she was in on it? Salt, pepper, garlic powder. That's it. Not the best cut of meat. I think it's a ribeye, but should be decent. Yeah, I mean, guy just wants to go golf without getting shot at, and I can understand that, you know? Oh, man. Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that they just haven't put, like, one of those, what do you call it? Like the stair lifts that old people have, like going up and down the stairs. Like, I'm surprised they haven't put, like, one of those on Air Force One so they can just kind of, like, sit down and slide on and off there. Yes, that is garlic powder. Most of the salt was reabsorbed, but the garlic powder, some of it went in, but most of it's still on the surface of the meat. Okay, talk. Yeah, that's interesting there. Man, they eat steaks too. Let's not go too hard on them now. Whoa, you need to talk to a chaplain, K Talk here. That's a bit out there. Give that a flip. We'll probably have to flip it again, but that's okay. Jesus, I got dark in a hurry. All right, thanks for joining, David. I mean, blind people probably want lower taxes too. I don't know why we need to. You know, anybody that votes for lower taxes is cool in my book. Let's keep our money. Government employee. Yeah. They're trying to get me fired up now. Well, I'm not sure, why'd you do that? And what blind person did to deserve that? Yeah, like I'm curious, what did Stevie Wonder do to you, buddy? Like, I feel like a blind person beat him like in like a state championship or something in high school. Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. Yeah. Nothing like a good old pivot from blind jokes to sexist jokes. You know. It's a little bit more time. Yeah, I hate cooking steak on non-stick. It really sucks. I thought you were going to sleep, Raven. Where are you going shopping at? What you getting? I'm sure we're all just dying to know. Oh man, we've really been holding back tonight. We got a controversial question coming. Was your girlfriend's dad the blind man, K-Talk? Salmon's good. You know, it's quick, easy. You don't have to do a whole lot to it. Pretty forgiving. Well, you know, it doesn't better than starving for a living. It's not like I'm an artist. Yeah. What do you think? You know. Well, what do you? It's a good question, K-Talk. I don't know how to answer that. But, you know, steak's coming along nicely. Yeah, no, and I'm not gonna get in on that, you know. Alright, I'm gonna pull this baby out on time, as always. I'm gonna let it rest for 5 minutes. Stare awkwardly comment section here. And we're back to talking about BC. That's nice. Maybe make a salad while I wait, but you know that would kind of go against the making a steak dinner after the burrito. But yeah, see you, Raven. Good luck with your salmon. I'll be good. Hopefully traffic's not too bad for you. Alright. Really don't have anything else I can do other than sit here and read the comment section. Oh, well, I like Honda Civics. Very, very practical. Yeah. Huh. Real Jeep are okay. Well, are actually kind of awesome, like the Jeep Wranglers or whatever. I think anybody that drives a Jeep Gladiator really should just, you know, they probably hit a light pole in the Walmart parking lot because, like, if you're gonna get a truck, get a truck. If you want a Jeep, get a Jeep. Jeep Cherokees are okay, you know, nice little SUV, but the Jeep Wranglers are cool. The 2 doors. Humvees are cool. For a compact little SUV, sure, but you know it's an SUV. I mean, it's not Jeep. I mean, why are you thinking about getting a Jeep Chabister? What, the Renegade? You know, I mean, it might be Jeep brand, but a Jeep Renegade is not a Jeep. I don't think there's any conspiracy about that one. That's just fact. Nice little SUV, though. I've heard good things about them. That's not Jeep. Well, just an answer. Alright. The steak needs to rest for another couple minutes or so, but reliable, good gas mileage, fun to drive. I don't know, not all Hondas. Honda CRVs are terrible vehicles, and I don't know. I hope everybody that works at the DMV has to drive a Honda CRV on their way home. They're terrible. They have blind spot, bad performance, not any more reliable than anything else. But if you're talking about a Honda Civic, that's where their money's made at. Those are nice cars. Yes, yes, I do. I have 2 wiener dogs. Not married. I would concur that Wendy's is better than McDonald's. That's probably the most level-headed thing K-Talk has said today. He likes SWD, small wiener dogs. Well, one is a small wiener dog, and that's the hairy variety, and the other one is a large wiener dog, black and tan. You'll meet them eventually, don't worry about it. But yes, they are small little wiener dogs. Big sausages. Oh, you don't want to discriminate. All wieners deserve love. I'm only going to eat about half the steak tonight. I'll save the other half for later. Is it even worth showing you guys? Probably. Guess I'm good. Trim her up a little bit. I overcooked it. Whoops. Just, work stuff. Not for cooking conspiracy. I might get it later, but one time I made it, but I was drinking and I forgot to log in. So then since then I have not had Instagram. But, So, down here in Texas for some training. You can't really tell. I mean, it's probably a nice medium here. No, you can look me up on Facebook, and I think it's just Cooking Conspiracy. I'm not real active on there. Probably when I get back to Hawaii, I'll start ramping those up. But right now, I'm just having fun streaming YouTube, listening to K-Talk, tell off-color jokes, I'm not opposed to starting that, How much would you pay to see me naked, Shabaster? Then we can work an offline special just for you. Well, shit. Might be doing a career change. Show me the money. Well, Friday nights for beer money, The real question is, what are you willing to do? I would like to think that I'm a team player. How big of a fishing boat are you buying me for that? what type of mechanical condition it is. All right. Need some cheddar cheese. We're going to continue this odyssey because I'm hungry. Yeah, who is that Fuentes guy? I'm curious. You know, now that you got my interest peaked. No, I did run 10 miles earlier today and, you know, didn't eat breakfast or lunch, so, you know what, chill out, you know. And it's spinach. I mean, and I will say that Joey Chestnut does have a career 4-2 record against Kobayashi. So let's all be grateful for that. 33. Set that aside, now that that's warmed up. We'll come back to that if we need to. Huh. So how many steps do you get in 20 hours of doing that K-Talk? I mean, like, do you have a race to have your personal record on your Garmin watch, or like, do you have a timer? I mean, what's the end goal? Plot twist, he doesn't have a real one. And that's why it's not operating correctly. But then again, maybe we need to get K-Talk an instruction manual for it. You know what? Ooh, yeah, it's a little hot. Don't want to burn the butter. Throw the onions in. What remains of that jalapeno go? A little jalapeno here. You know. Count of what? I feel like you're kind of dominant in a Call of Duty lobby, K-Talk, and I respect that. You're a quality troll. Yeah, I don't think it's any of y'all's. I don't know how that's relevant to making a burrito. But, you know, I thought you were just asking how many people I've killed. Yeah, I do. Yeah, so, you know, world has not ended yet. Yeah, I do. I do have a girlfriend. Turns out I do more than just hang out with my wiener dogs. But sometimes I do pet them for 50 hours a day, like K-Talk. But, you know. Alright. I'm gonna make this. Well, it's interesting. I mean, were they seedless watermelons? Or were they seeded? Because I don't think I'd be down if they were unseeded. You know, I did like the convenience of unseeded watermelon, but the flavor just sucks. It's not the same. Just throw that out there. I don't know if y'all agree, disagree, and quite frankly, I don't really care because my opinion is set on that. So you seeded the homeless watermelons. I'm impressed. Man, did you ask permission for us to help? Alright, pull that out. So we're just gonna do a little Mayo barbecue mix. Just for the sauce. Probably about 50-50 will do it. Huh. I mean, just stay away from my wiener dogs, man. I mean, about live and let live, you know? Barbecue action. Let's see, what do I got over here? Where'd that cheese go? Texas right now, but normally Hawaii, actually. Put some cheese on here. But, you know, let's be honest, the Midwest is better than either of the coasts. Put the steak on in there. Make a nice little steak burrito wrap here. You know, get your onions and jalapenos out. They're about done by now. A little bit more cheese just to hold everything together nicely. Charleston's nice. Columbia's nice. I mean, Charleston is definitely the south. South Carolina is definitely the south. I mean, there's no other way to put some green stuff in here. Get the stems of the spinach off. You don't want those. They're a little bit woody in your mouth. Nah, I can't read that. Spinach in there. Wrap it tight. Doesn't fit. I'm jettisoning it. Now we're gonna put it inside, about a minute on each side. And then I'm probably gonna leave you at that. Touch your toes and spell run. If you pay me, I'll consider it. Yeah, Alabama's nice. I spent some time down in Montgomery and I had no complaints. Never got a chance to go to a game at Auburn or Tuscaloosa. It's worth the experience. Damn it. You know what? There we go. Well, got my little steak leftovers. Put that aside for later. Yeah, kind of. Defined train. I mean, they were signing my checks at least. Maybe a couple weeks. I won't see her for another couple weeks or so. But, I'm not opposed. That'd probably be fun. Yeah, that's true. She'll guard against the Booty Bandit gang. But, I think a Booty Bandit gang needs to guard their booty against me. Okay, is the Booty Bandit gang, is that like an actual gang? Like, what's the deal with them? That sounds like some Ohio type of stuff there. Alright. Okay. It has truly been a pleasure tonight. I have enjoyed our time together. But I think it's time that I retire. But here is the burrito for the night. And save half of it for tomorrow. Yeah, that's some pretty strong Ohio type of stuff. Yeah, what was that guy's name? Rickenbacker or whatever. That had. Where was that? Where the rioters came after him, and then he had an AR-15, and it didn't work out too well for the rioters. Sounds like the world would be better off without the Booty Bandit gang. But that does sound like Ohio people, like an Ohio type of thing. But now I gotta go have nightmares and do some research on the Booty Bandit gang. Thank you for the education, and oh man, I should have studied Japanese a little bit harder. I mean, what if they're the people eating the cats? Just hypothetically, I mean, would you rather eat the cats or would you rather eat the dogs? Or the horses? Yeah, I watched them. fired up now. I like it. I'm just here for the comments. Air Force. Way better. Notice I'm not in a tent. If it's underway, is that what you're referring to? That it's not something if it's underway? Yeah, I think that's true. All right. Guess I might as well eat the other half of the burrito. Yeah, I have no desire to ever go to Fort Leonard Woods. That would be terrible. That'd be. Yeah, I don't mind Elon. I think he got way too many subsidies and favorable treatment with Tesla. I think Teslas are shit cars. Yeah, well, then maybe I'll make a road trip just to deliver you a burrito. Well, Cybertrucks definitely do suck. I'll stand on that hill. Like, I feel like somebody's like forgot to submit a design and then had to steal their, 3-year-old's drawing off the kitchen refrigerator. And that's how the Cybertruck got designed. I don't actually fly. I'm in maintenance. So, we make sure the planes are good to go, but mostly cargo planes. Oh yeah, I'm damn near an astronaut. You're right. Hmm. Yeah, it gives me time to cook. Well, it's not bad. Hmm. Yeah, I still have those. Yeah, they still got one of those on every base. Like, apparently you don't pay the hit tax or whatever, but I mean, most places are just better off getting it off of Amazon anyways. But yeah, I mean, it's not much of a discount, but better than nothing. But steamed mussels probably. Favorite food. I mean, everything's gotten expensive because of inflation. Make little clean around more better. That makes sense. What's the Drake video, K-Talk? You know what? I'm not opposed. I'm not. I mean, depending on how much you're willing to pay me to touch my toes, we can talk about OnlyFans. I'm not above that. That costs extra. Yeah, I mean, we can talk. Yeah, I'm still active. Does it matter what type of burrito? I mean, is it just, a normal burrito or is it like a wet burrito? I mean, are you filling it with beans or potatoes or chicken or beef? There's a lot of varieties. I mean, beef burritos are a little bit more expensive. Wow. I would like to think no. Mm, beans and clams. I like a good clam, but. No, not that smart. You could, good enough. Oh, thank you, Lucky. Thank you for those reassuring words. Well, it's possible, I suppose. Did you hear it from a friend who heard it from a friend? I think they deal with like nuclear stuff, don't they? Yeah, a few months. Yeah, it sounds like there's some people who really like ice cream sandwiches out there. Oh wow. Yeah, well, I guess I better take that to the bank, Shabester. I do yoga once in a while, so I'm not too worried about back pain. Ooh, how'd they do against a booty bandit enemy pilot? Quit butchering my name. Well, can you give me the phonetic spelling? I can't see it from here. Just yeah, yeah, yeah. Throw some spears, Henry. Yeah, or it could be a dish. 50-50. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Lots of weirdos out there, and it's not all good weirdos. Yeah, well, odds are, if you are in the military, your girlfriend is cheating on you. I mean, that's kind of like a job hazard. It's possible. Thank you for the encouragement, kind words. Eh. I don't know if that's a conspiracy or not. Oh, yeah, gonna give me that BBC. Okay, got it. And you're gonna pay me on OnlyFans to touch my toes while eating a burrito. Yeah, I mean, people are people. I mean, there's a lot of dirtbags out there, a lot of, not very good people, but, you just gotta know who to trust. Life goes on. I think K-Talk's crush is a blind homeless person. Or his neighbor's watermelon. Who knows? Man. Huh. Yeah, I mean, time and distance is tough, you know. Oh, well, it looks like Trisha's getting into the BBC. Welcome. Sure. Just got being alpha, I'm being a beta. I mean, yeah. I appreciate your looking out for me. Really appreciate it. Oh, man. Well, what if the Big Booty Gang was not, in fact, former prisoners, but just a bunch of dependopotamuses running rampant? Yeah, it's possible. Huh. It's a good tip, Henry. I'll keep that in mind. We don't know what the status of K-Talk is. Huh. Depends where you live. Wait a second. So Haitians cannot be male or female? Hmm. Yeah, and when you said Wisconsin, you didn't need to add first word there. You know what? Yeah, it's a good question. I'm not picky. You know, gotta know how to make a good burrito, though. So, I mean, I think that's everybody's type, yeah? I'll throw this out here. Voodoo Brewery kind of sucks. Their beer's not that good. Yeah, BBC Voodoo. There we go. Huh. Does it work? Whatever. This is fun. Good night, guys. I gotta go. Booty Bandit Voodoo, bring it on.